Crazy paradox where the very thing that sustains life starts to rapidly destroy it. Let's break down this shocking transformation, phase by phase. So, phase 1, deep breath and the initial shock. Imagine walking down the street when the atmospheric composition instantly shifts. The air would physically feel thicker, richer. The sky might even look a little different, maybe scattering light way more intensely. But the real change, that is happening deep inside your lungs and bloodstream in a matter of milliseconds. We're calling this the 200% biological upgrade. The visual shock of the atmosphere changing is one thing, for sure, but the instant physical shift inside the human body is just staggering. Your lungs are suddenly taking in twice the amount of oxygen with every single breath. Your heart pumps this completely hyper-oxygenated blood straight to your brain, your muscles, your organs. The immediate aftermath? A biological system pushed into absolute overdrive. And this brings us right to a massive, sudden surge in body energy. We're talking about an extreme physiological reaction here. The mitochondria in your cells, the microscopic powerhouses that basically drive your biology, they're suddenly flooded with an endless supply of raw fuel. Just look at our current reality on the left. Normal energy, that standard afternoon fatigue you feel after a long day, are normal physical limits, completely gone. Instead, you enter the 2x oxygen reality on the right, superhuman stamina and practically boundless energy. That shortness of breath you get after running up a flight of stairs? Totally erased. In those first few hours, you would feel literally unstoppable. You could sprint for miles without breaking a sweat. Your cognitive functions would be razor sharp, your focus absolute. You'd basically feel like a superhero. But as you'll see, this superhuman high comes with a catastrophic planetary cost. Now, what's really interesting about this next part is how our superhero fantasy quickly turns into an absolute nightmare. Phase 2, deadly uncontrollable wildfires. The chain reaction is pretty simple, really. More oxygen equals unstoppable fire. Basic physics tells us that fire needs 3 things to exist: heat, fuel, and oxygen. So when you double the oxygen supply, you are essentially dousing the entire planet in invisible gasoline. The physical breakdown of our environment begins almost immediately because fire now feeds aggressively, violently, and totally unpredictably on the thickened air. Normal, everyday activities are now deadly fire hazards. Lighting a gas stove to cook dinner, that could cause a massive explosive flare-up that just takes out your whole kitchen. Starting your car engine, the internal combustion could literally shatter the engine block and ignite the surrounding air. Dropping a match, or get this, even just the tiny spark of static electricity from taking off a sweater in winter, it could trigger a raging inferno. Our modern world, which is totally built on combustion and electricity, would literally burn itself to the ground. But if you somehow manage to survive the flames, well,